Heidi ho everybody, Nisi D here for my week 23 post-RNY gastric bypass surgery update. It is Wednesday, December the 23rd, and on July the 15th I had RNY gastric bypass surgery with Dr. Hoya and his group in Mexico, and I'm doing wonderfully well and happy and excited that Christmas is here. I just got home. I went up for supper with one of my best friends, and so I'm looking like a hot mess. We just finished having a bit of a blizzard snowstorm here, so I have a bunch of snow to shovel in the morning before I can leave town, but that's okay. Anyway, so last week I talked about how I had set a little mini long-term goal of losing 100 pounds by Christmas from the date of my surgery, and the last 2 weeks I had stalled out and hadn't lost a single pound, so wasn't too hopeful that I would reach it. Well, this week the numbers are better. I weighed in at 227.5 for a total weight loss of 4.5 pounds. Drum roll please. No, I didn't meet my 100-pound goal, but I'm at 98 pounds lost since I had my surgery, and that is just frickin' amazing. Like 98 pounds. I could carry around like one of my nieces and her brother, they're triplets actually, all day, and that would equate pretty much to almost what I've lost. So thank you, Lord. I'm so excited, and I feel great, and I'm doing well health-wise and everything. So I'm just really super excited about that. So yeah, just a quick note. I was watching Dr. Oz last week, and he talked to a lady who was experiencing hair loss due to stress. And a home remedy that he suggested she try. So this is going out to the people who are experiencing a lot of hair loss. So far I haven't noticed, a significant amount of hair loss over and above what I normally lose. So, but massaging lavender oil into your scalp apparently helps to reduce the stress in your scalp or whatever it is, and does something to help slow down the hair loss and encourage hair growth. So just a little bit of info there for you. And I also want to say today a very Merry Christmas to some special friends of mine in PA, Mark and Steph and their kids and Vicky, and a special hello to Griffin. He's my special little buddy, and I just want to say hi. I love you, Griff. Sending you a big kiss. See, I remembered this time. Auntie Nisi's brain isn't totally fried. Anyways, Merry Christmas to you guys, and all the best to you in 2010. I'm also going to today talk a little bit. Gastric Rose a while ago talked about a special Christmas memory, and so for me, one of my special Christmas memories is going to British Columbia with my family to celebrate Christmas with my dad's sister and her family, and Mom also had an aunt and uncle with their family that were out there. So on Christmas Eve we were having supper with my mom's family, and I was older, and so I was not as convinced as some of the others of Old St. Nicholas, and around 10 o'clock in walked Santa Claus, and of course, because I wasn't a complete believer any longer, I wasn't expecting to get anything, and suddenly they called out Denise, and there was another Denise there, so I of course assumed it was her. She was younger and she was from there, and my Auntie Nettie says, "No, Denise, it's you, it's Denise Merva." So I went and got it, and it was this little doll, and I'm sure it costed her all of about $2 or $3. It was like a rag doll. It had a hard plastic face, but the rest of her hands and stuff were just cloth. It was only probably about this tall. She had bright orange hair, pigtails, I treasured that doll, and for a moment I just felt so special. And like I said, I'm sure it didn't cost her any more than $2, but that just is her taking the time to do that and get something, making sure that Santa knew that we were going to be there so that he could bring us some little thing. was really special. So I'm so glad that she let Santa know that we were there, because it just really made me feel special. So that was it. The other thing that's a special memory for me about Christmas is, I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not, but I'm of Ukrainian and Polish descent, mostly Ukrainian. My mom is Ukrainian and my dad is Ukrainian and Polish. And so we've always celebrated two Christmas. We've celebrated December 25th, but and that's when we open our gifts, and usually, you know, somebody, one of the aunts or mom has supper the 25th or 26th, and we all get together with aunts and uncles and stuff, which is also very special. But we also celebrate Ukrainian Christmas, or I think it's called the Julian calendar, and so Christmas Eve is on January 6th. And for us, that was always the more spiritual Christmas. And so on Christmas Eve, I was baptized in the Ukrainian Greek Orthodox Church, but when I was younger, we would go caroling to all the church members' houses. You know, we'd have 2 carloads of teenagers down through to younger kids, and we would carol a couple of Ukrainian carols at everybody's house, and then we would go to my babas, which is what we called my grandmother and grandfather were Baba and Guido. And that was the one time we didn't do buffet style supper. She would pull out every table in the house, card tables, tables from downstairs, and from one end of the living room all the way into the dining room kitchen, she would have these tables set up end to end, and we would all sit down, all of my aunts and uncles and cousins, around the table, and we would have a traditional Ukrainian meatless supper, because on Christmas Eve the Orthodox faith doesn't eat meat. And so you would start with kutya, which is a traditional wheat meal, and then we'd have our beet borscht, and then you would have the pierogies and the cabbage rolls and the fish. There was fish instead of beef or pork or chicken or anything like that. The 12 dishes of Christmas anyways. And for me, that was always very special. We would start by saying a prayer before we had supper, and it was just wonderful to all sit around the table. After supper, quite often we would sing a little bit or play cards, but it just really, Ukrainian Christmas to me is the true spirit of Christmas, and represents in more ways ever, because there was no commercialism around it for us. It was all about love and family and being together and celebrating the birth of Christ. And so those are my 2 special memories about Christmas, and I hope that lots more people will share with us some of their special memories, because I really enjoyed hearing about Rosemary's special memory and would love to hear about everybody else's special memory. Anyways, I think that's about it. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm leaving town tomorrow and won't be back till the new year, and so I won't be leaving an update for a while yet. But in closing, I just want to say thank you to everybody here on YouTube, and to my family and my friends and my co-workers. I am so blessed with all of the support, and I have some cool stories that I'll tell you next time in the new year. But it just amazes me every single day how much positive reinforcement I get every single day, and support from everybody, how much love I get from everybody, both in my day-to-day life, but also as well as here on YouTube. Like, I have over 100 subscribers. I mean, who would have ever thought that many people would ever care what I had to say? And Aaron, I'm going to call you in a minute. I want to thank you so much for your special message. That just meant the world to me. I love you guys like crazy. I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, a blessed New Year, and I hope that the New Year 2010 brings you nothing but love, happiness, laughter, good health, and everything that you ever dreamed of. Thank you. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Christos rozdelsia. See, I knew I was going to screw that up. That's Christ is born in Ukrainian. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Bye. Oh, make a great day.